Have you ever felt that painful doubt, does she even love me anymore? Maybe you're sensing a subtle yet unmistakable shift in her gaze, her touch, or the very way she speaks to you. I know exactly how that feels. The uncertainty gnaws at your soul, keeping you awake at night, tossing questions endlessly through your mind. And trust me, I've been there, not only myself but through countless individuals who've walked into my life seeking guidance, searching for answers to this profound, deeply personal question. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of relationships to help you clearly identify the big signs she doesn't love you anymore. Understanding these subtle clues early can save you months, even years, of emotional pain, confusion, and lost time. We're not here just to point out what's wrong, we're here to equip you with the awareness and solutions you need to reclaim control of your emotional health, your inner peace, and ultimately, your happiness. Life is precious, and your emotional well-being should never be compromised. Relationships are meant to uplift us, nourish us, and guide us toward a more fulfilled, balanced existence. But how do you know if your current relationship is steering you away from that ideal path? Stay with me throughout this video, because I'm going to share with you 17 powerful, undeniable signs that your partner's love has faded, and exactly what you need to do next. If you resonate with these feelings, know that you're not alone. Take a moment right now to gently tap the like button. It's your way of saying, I hear you, I'm here, and I'm ready to reclaim my peace. Now, let's begin this journey together. Welcome back to Unmasking Personality, the place where wisdom meets awareness, empowering you to build a life of deep meaning, clarity, and true happiness. Meet David, a 35-year-old successful entrepreneur living in the bustling heart of New York City. On the surface, David seemed to have everything: success, stability, and a relationship that appeared picture-perfect. But beneath that polished facade, David began noticing small, unsettling changes in his partner's behavior. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly were now dry and short, laughter that used to fill their home turned into awkward silences. Deep inside, David felt something wasn't right, but he chose denial over truth, afraid of confronting what his intuition whispered to him. You see, David's reluctance to face reality is something many of us have experienced at some point. The fear of losing someone or admitting that love might be fading can be overwhelming, compelling us to live in comfortable ignorance rather than confronting uncomfortable truths. Yet, what David failed to realize initially, and what you must recognize right now, is that confronting reality is always healthier, wiser, and ultimately, kinder to your own heart and mind. Being aware, being awake, and recognizing signs early can prevent months or even years of emotional turmoil, confusion, and heartache. It takes courage, yes, but courage is precisely what your soul demands in such situations. The ancient philosophers taught us that genuine strength isn't in hiding from difficult truths but in bravely facing them head-on. As you watch this video, keep David's story close to your heart. Use his experience as a mirror, reflecting your own relationships and interactions. It's time to wake up, embrace clarity, and reclaim control of your emotional well-being. If David's story resonates with you, I invite you right now, leave a simple comment below. I'm ready to see the truth. This small, powerful step signals your readiness to face reality and choose a life filled with genuine peace, happiness, and fulfillment. Have you ever sensed that unsettling chill creeping into your relationship, yet found yourself desperately clinging on to hope? Today, we'll shed light on the subtle yet powerful signs that signify she no longer loves you, beginning with emotional disconnection. The first alarming sign is when communication drastically diminishes. Remember when your conversations flowed effortlessly, filled with enthusiasm, laughter, and endless curiosity? If now your attempts at dialogue are met with short, indifferent responses or awkward silences, this isn't merely a temporary dip. Communication is the lifeline of love, and once it weakens, you must pause and reflect deeply on what's happening. Think of your relationship as a river. When water stops flowing, stagnation follows. Be alert and trust your intuition. Secondly, take notice when she consistently avoids physical contact. Human touch isn't merely a physical act, it's a profound language that speaks volumes without words. In healthy, loving relationships, small gestures like holding hands, spontaneous hugs, or a gentle touch on the shoulder symbolize emotional closeness. If she withdraws from your touch or seems uncomfortable when you attempt physical intimacy, this is more than just a temporary mood. A partner's consistent reluctance to engage physically often signifies deeper emotional withdrawal. I recall a dear friend named Lucas from Boston, who faced similar signs yet chose denial, only realizing too late that the warmth he'd known had completely vanished, leaving him heartbroken and confused. The third red flag is when she refuses to discuss her feelings openly. Love flourishes in an environment of transparency. The moment she begins shutting you out emotionally, choosing silence or defensiveness over honest conversation, this signals a significant problem. Picture the human heart as a delicate garden. Open conversations and emotional honesty are like sunlight and water. Without them, love withers slowly and inevitably. If she builds emotional walls and deflects meaningful discussions, it's clear she's emotionally checked out. Fourth, observe closely if she no longer laughs at your jokes. Humor and shared joy act as glue, binding hearts together through life's ups and downs. Losing that shared laughter means losing emotional alignment. When your attempts at humor are met with cold indifference or forced smiles, recognize this as a clear indicator of fading affection. Don't brush it off as a trivial detail. The lack of shared joy signals deeper emotional estrangement. Finally, the fifth critical sign is her indifference toward your successes or struggles. True love means sharing happiness, pain, victory, and defeat. A loving partner celebrates your accomplishments and supports you in times of hardship. If she becomes indifferent, unmoved by your achievements, and unmoved by your struggles, it signals her emotional investment is gone. Remember Michael, an entrepreneur from Seattle who once confided in me. He'd won an important award but his partner seemed unimpressed, uninterested. That was the moment he realized something vital had broken between them. When mutual celebration and support vanish, the foundation of your love is shaken profoundly. Yet, dear friend, do not lose hope. Recognizing these signs is not the end, it's the beginning of clarity and strength. Facing these harsh truths courageously allows you to take charge of your emotional well-being. Every moment of painful realization is also a moment of profound growth, empowering you to build stronger, deeper connections in your future. Now, I invite you to pause for just a moment and reflect. Have you experienced any of these emotional disconnections? If so, share your story briefly in the comments. Your words might empower someone else on their journey toward emotional clarity. Like this video if it resonated with you, and continue this journey with me by subscribing. Together, let's move confidently toward inner peace, emotional intelligence, and genuine happiness. Have you recently noticed a subtle yet disturbing shift in her behavior? These behavioral changes, when recognized clearly, are crucial indicators that her feelings for you may no longer be what they once were. Let's delve into these warning signs together, calmly yet attentively, as we journey toward greater self-awareness and emotional strength. Sign number 6 is when she no longer makes plans with you. Remember when she used to enthusiastically include you in her weekend plans, vacations, or even simple evening dinners. Now, you find out about her activities after the fact or from mutual friends. This change might feel subtle initially, yet it quietly reveals a deep emotional drift. A partner who no longer sees you in their future plans is subtly communicating that their heart may have already moved on. The seventh clear sign is when she claims to be always busy. She becomes elusive, using endless responsibilities or tasks as a shield. Suddenly, your time together is limited, replaced with vague excuses about work, friends, or other obligations. Be cautious, consistent busyness often masks deeper emotional detachment. My friend Robert from Texas shared with me his painful realization. His partner suddenly filled her schedule so thoroughly that their time together disappeared entirely. It took courage for Robert to acknowledge this truth and make the right decisions moving forward. Sign number 8 emerges when she increasingly insists on alone time. While solitude is healthy and necessary, an excessive desire to withdraw can signal significant emotional distancing. If she frequently requests to be left alone or avoids opportunities to share moments, it's essential to calmly acknowledge this reality. Ask yourself, are these solitary retreats helping her recharge, or are they a deliberate step away from intimacy with you? The ninth unmistakable sign is when she frequently mentions needing space. This phrase can be both alarming and painful to hear, yet it's essential to listen with clarity. When someone repeatedly states their need for distance, they're subtly indicating a reconsideration of the relationship's value. Think about this carefully and compassionately. If she consistently emphasizes needing space, it might be her gentle way of preparing for an eventual separation. Take it seriously, for your emotional well-being depends on acknowledging such truths openly. However difficult these realizations might feel, embracing them empowers you with clarity. Understanding these subtle behavioral changes is the first step toward emotional freedom, strength, and eventual happiness. Have you experienced any of these behavioral shifts in your own relationship? Share your experience briefly in the comments below. Your insights could guide others navigating similar emotional storms. And if you found value here, please like this video and subscribe, joining our community in building emotionally intelligent, fulfilled, and genuinely happy lives. As we continue our journey toward greater emotional clarity, let's discuss a group of subtle yet significant signs that indicate a deepening negativity, a clear warning that love may no longer be present. The 10th sign emerges when she starts getting annoyed easily. Small habits of yours, ones that she used to find endearing or harmless, suddenly irritate her beyond reason. A misplaced cup or a harmless joke now triggers disproportionate frustration. My friend Alex from Chicago once told me about his experiences, how his partner's gentle tolerance transformed into constant irritation over trivial things. It felt as though he could do nothing right, leaving him emotionally drained and confused. Recognize that chronic annoyance often masks deeper dissatisfaction or emotional withdrawal. The 11th sign appears when criticism becomes a frequent companion. Constructive feedback is healthy, but when criticism becomes relentless and unkind, it can severely undermine your self-worth and emotional well-being. Have you felt increasingly judged, criticized, or never good enough in her eyes lately? Understand that continuous criticism often reflects a deliberate distancing, an emotional wall erected to justify diminished affection or interest. It's important not to internalize this negativity, but rather, see it as a clear sign to reassess your emotional boundaries and needs. Sign number 12 occurs when she makes you feel consistently unappreciated. We all deeply desire acknowledgement and validation, especially from those we love. If your efforts go unnoticed or your kindness is met with indifference, it signals emotional detachment. My mentor once wisely shared, a relationship without appreciation is like a garden without sunlight, it slowly withers. Reflect honestly, are you constantly striving to earn her validation only to be met with emotional silence? It may be time to confront this truth bravely and gently protect your emotional health. Understanding these signs clearly is not about despair, but about empowering you to reclaim emotional peace and strength. Take this moment to reflect. Have you experienced these signs of increased negativity in your own relationships? Share your stories or insights below. Your courage to speak openly can illuminate someone else's path toward clarity and confidence. And if you found value here, please like this video and subscribe to join us in cultivating deep emotional wisdom and authentic happiness. Now, we enter a deeper level of awareness, the gradual loss of emotional investment. Recognizing these subtle yet powerful shifts is essential, as it helps you understand the true state of your relationship and take meaningful action. Sign number 13 arises when she no longer gets jealous. Jealousy, in small, healthy doses, is often a sign that someone deeply cares and fears losing you. If she previously showed curiosity or concern about who you're spending time with, and suddenly this interest vanishes entirely, take notice. My friend Michael, an entrepreneur from Seattle, shared how he once felt relieved when his girlfriend stopped expressing jealousy, until he realized it meant she no longer saw him as hers to lose. Her indifference became the painful confirmation that she had emotionally moved on. The 14th sign appears when she stops compromising. Relationships flourish through mutual give and take, balance, and shared decisions. When she no longer values your input or refuses to find common ground, this imbalance is more than just frustration, it's emotional withdrawal. A wise proverb reminds us, the strongest bonds grow from mutual respect and compromise. Ask yourself honestly, has compromise become a thing of the past, replaced by stubbornness or dismissal? If so, your heart may be signaling it's time to regain your voice and re-establish mutual respect or rethink your direction. Sign number 15 is perhaps the simplest yet most poignant. She no longer asks about your day. Genuine interest in your daily experiences is the hallmark of someone who loves and cares deeply. When this basic connection disappears, it's easy to feel alone even when she's right beside you. Recall the times she once eagerly listened to your stories, successes, or struggles. If now your experiences are met with silence or indifference, it clearly shows a significant emotional retreat. Remember, these signs aren't meant to discourage you. Instead, they're here to awaken your awareness, guiding you toward greater clarity and self-assurance. Have you experienced these feelings of emotional disinvestment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could truly support someone else navigating the same journey. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe for deeper, meaningful guidance on relationships and personal growth. Now, let's dive deeper into perhaps the most unsettling set of signs, secrecy. When hidden truths start creeping into your relationship, your inner peace is often the first casualty. Sign number 16 emerges when she becomes unusually secretive about her phone. Notice how quickly she grabs her phone when a notification pops up, or if she guards it with newfound vigilance. My friend Chris, a thoughtful photographer from Chicago, noticed exactly this. Initially, he brushed it off as insignificant. But gradually, her secrecy increased, her passwords changed, and casual glances toward her phone were met with defensiveness. Eventually, he realized her heart had drifted elsewhere, hidden behind the screens she guarded so fiercely. Secrecy is never accidental, it speaks volumes about trust and emotional commitment. The 17th and final sign is subtle yet deeply telling. She frequently talks about her single friends' experiences. If her conversations regularly gravitate toward her single friends' exciting dates, carefree nights, or newfound independence, take heed. These stories might seem innocent at first, but listen closely, they often reveal her subconscious desires for freedom or change. I recall a student of philosophy once shared with me that his partner started recounting single life adventures of her friends repeatedly, each time with growing enthusiasm. Over time, he realized these were not just casual stories, they were subtle hints signaling a deeper yearning for independence outside their relationship. Recognizing these signs can stir discomfort, but let them guide you toward clarity and strength. Awareness is power, it allows you to respond intelligently rather than react emotionally. Your feelings matter immensely, and knowing these truths equips you to make empowered decisions about your future. Have you noticed these signs of secrecy in your relationship? If yes, share your thoughts and experiences below. Your courage might illuminate someone else's path toward clarity. If this resonated with you, please hit the like button, share this wisdom, and subscribe for more meaningful insights on relationships and personal growth. Now that you've recognized these powerful signs, let's shift our focus toward empowering solutions. Remember, awareness without action is incomplete. Here are 3 clear steps you must take to reclaim your peace, dignity, and happiness. Step 1 is critical, recognize the signs early and trust your intuition. Deep within you lies a quiet, insightful voice, a voice shaped by wisdom and experience. Often, we feel uneasy or anxious long before we can pinpoint exactly what's wrong. Trust these subtle cues. I once knew a friend named Alex, an insightful software engineer from Boston. He ignored his instincts initially, believing things would simply get better on their own. But eventually, he learned that intuition is not a whisper of uncertainty, but a powerful guide toward truth. Your intuition knows what your rational mind sometimes refuses to accept. Listen carefully and honor it. Step 2 demands courage. Have a clear, sincere conversation with your partner to clarify the state of your relationship. Open dialogue can feel uncomfortable, even daunting, but it is the bridge to clarity. Remember to approach this conversation calmly, clearly, and without blame. Instead, speak from a position of strength, honesty, and emotional maturity. Communicate your feelings openly, and observe carefully how your partner responds. This interaction itself will reveal much about your relationship's true health. Step 3 is the most crucial. Make a proactive and courageous decision to protect yourself and move toward a positive, conscious, and fulfilled life. Life is too precious to waste in uncertainty or unhappiness. Be decisive and compassionate toward yourself. You deserve a life enriched by trust, respect, and mutual love. Choosing to step away from a toxic or unfulfilling relationship isn't defeat, it's an act of profound self-respect, an act of wisdom. Take these steps confidently, knowing you're moving toward greater awareness, emotional clarity, and authentic happiness. You are worthy of deep, genuine love. Have you faced a similar situation? I invite you to share your experiences or insights in the comments below. Your voice might inspire and empower others on their journey. And if you found this guidance meaningful, please like this video, subscribe for more empowering content, and continue building a wise and joyful life together. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered 17 powerful signs that your partner may no longer hold the love you once shared deeply. Quickly, let's recap them clearly. She stops communicating openly. She avoids physical intimacy. She becomes emotionally distant, unwilling to share feelings. Your humor no longer reaches her, laughter becomes rare. She's indifferent to your achievements or struggles. She no longer makes shared plans. Her schedule is suddenly always full, she's always too busy. She insists increasingly on having time alone. She often speaks about needing space. My dear friend, awareness of these signs is not merely to bring discomfort, but rather to guide you towards greater wisdom and emotional strength. You have the capacity within you to transform these challenging insights into powerful catalysts for growth and self-awareness. Remember, true happiness and inner peace come from clarity, courage, and decisive action. Never forget, your emotional health, happiness, and peace of mind are priceless gifts that deserve to be cherished and protected. Recognizing these signs is not a moment of defeat, but a courageous act of reclaiming your truth, dignity, and path toward fulfillment. Now, your voice matters, and your experiences are deeply valuable. If you've seen or felt any of these signs in your own life, please share your story below. Your story could be the guiding light that helps others recognize and find their strength. Finally, if you found this video insightful, support our community by giving it a like, and subscribing for more powerful insights into relationships, mentality, and how to build lasting, meaningful happiness. Stay wise, remain strong, and always walk confidently toward your truth.